Bonjour, good morning, おはようございます。私は笹川平和財団の小林正則と言います。今日はアフリカの方々をお招きして、一昨日まで、8月の20日から22日まで横浜でTicad9アフリカ開発会議というのをやっておりまして、それの結果ですとか、あとは今後の展開についてお話をさせていただきたいと思います。このTicad9では、その政府関係者だけでなくて民間の方々も多く参加して、その投資ですとか貿易の分野での交流、あとは日本の企業なんかも製品の展示とかを行ったり、またアフリカの国々もブースを設定したりして、そちらで日本の方々との交流を進めておりました。このTicad9の会議では、最後に横浜宣言というのを採択しまして、その横浜宣言の中で、日本とアフリカがどのように今後連携を展開させるのかという議論をしました。で、私たちの笹川平和財団でもサイドイベントという、シーマティックイベントと呼んでたんですけども、そちらの方を実施しまして、石破総理にも出ていただき、一番手前が笹川陽平日本財団名誉会長、私たちの笹川平和財団の名誉会長でもありますけれども、ご出席をいただきました。で、こんな形でケニアのルト大統領ですとか、それからナミビア、それからカーボベルデ、そういった国々の首脳の方にもご出席をいただきました。それからギニアビサウの大臣にも参加をいただきました。私たちのは他にも民間の団体とも議論を行いまして、こちらではナイジェリアで活動しているエコファンドというEarth for Common Home というインパクトファンドの代表の方々にも来ていただいて議論を行いました。私たちの方では研究の成果も発表いたしまして、こちらの方で展示を行ってですね、我々の研究成果、それから小泉農林大臣にもご参加いただいて、こちらの方で我々の成果についても共有させていただきました。Je vous remercie pour votre attention. Yeah, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. So now we have a panel discussion.
Merci beaucoup. Donc, je me présente. Je suis Ibrahim Faye. Je suis chargé de programme au niveau de l'Agence de développement et d'encadrement des petites et moyennes entreprises.
So, hello, my name is Maimouna from Senegal. So basically, I'm just going to translate what Ibrahim said. So actually, he's working with the government of Senegal to promote businesses. So we have many startups who work with like the ocean, but actually Ibrahim's company promote us to come here first to find partnership. So that's why we are here. So we're looking for partnership to invest in Senegal for partner.
セネガルはアフリカの西に所在している国でして、海には面してるんですけれども、その海洋資源を利用するにあたってはいろんな技術ですとか、もちろん資金も重要ですし、そういったところで日本の団体と連携をしたいというようなお話で、彼のファイさんの組織ではその中小企業の水産分野、それから水産物の加工流通の支援を行っているというようなお話でした。
Hello, my name is Edo Awai. I'm from Nigeria, and currently I'm a student. I'm doing a PhD in environmental science at the Osaka Metropolitan University. Regarding partnership, I will focus more on education. So regarding the blue economy, Nigeria depends a lot on blue economy for its sustainability, especially in terms of oil and gas industry, which is the main source of revenue for Nigeria. And then also in terms of other sources of livelihoods, especially for the local people, in terms of fisheries, and then other marine resources. So we also look at like statistics in terms of the Convention on Biodiversity. It says that blue economy is really critical for food security and the fight against poverty, especially in developing countries like Nigeria, where millions of people depend directly and indirectly on natural resources for their own source of livelihood. One thing I read about Japan in terms of ocean conservation was the Satoyama Initiative, which focuses on how to sustainably use the natural resources in a way that it does not damage the environment and also the components in that environment. So I think it's one key area my country and other countries can also tap into it. While we try to co-create and create partnership with Japan, we can also adopt initiatives that have been sustainably used in Japan to see how this can also be profitable, both to we, the humans, and also to the environment, so that it can create like a win-win situation for both human and environment, since we both coexist and depend on these resources for our own survival. Thank you.
Effectivement. Donc, avec aussi au Sénégal la découverte des hydrocarbures.
Actually, what he wanted to say, he's just joining you on your thoughts, because in Senegal we are experiencing the same problem. Exploitation, there is a conflict between the fishermen and the exploitation, because now we discover any kind of diamond or hydrocarbon, but right now we need to plan ahead, because we cannot just say, okay, we're gonna do this and then let the fishermen suffer, because this is their day-to-day life. The fish is very important, and now if we continue to exploit, the fish they're gonna go away actually, because it's too many waste around.
I just wanted to welcome Mr. Abbas from Liberia.
When looking at the economy, we must also consider that there are other aspects to the space that we call the economy. There is the social dynamics that plays into the economic essence of the space itself. There are the actors of the economy themselves as well. In Liberia, we're actually at the phase of just doing the research to understand more and more how do we as a country and a region within Africa, speaking of West Africa, how do we approach the blue economy in the best possible way?
Nigeria, do you see any commonalities between Japanese Satoyama Satoumi and Nigerian communities, agriculture community or fishery community?
I see some similarities with the local people, especially in farming communities, traditional systems where they practice, they had practices like crop rotation, where they plant this year, next year they allow the land to fallow so that it can regain back its natural fertility, and they farm the following year as a way to sustainably use the soil. And then they also have like traditional agroforestry systems where they know the particular kind of trees to live on their farms, to also retain biodiversity and fertility also of the soil. And in terms of water bodies, the local communities know what kind of activities to do around or near the water that will not pollute the water. So we have such traditional systems that are similar to Satoyama.
Maybe you tell us, Mr. Abbas, if this plastic pollution is becoming an issue in Liberia?
But plastic should not be something that we waste. And this is why I believe is a problem for us for now. But I believe we are discovering this, which I'm sharing quickly, to then begin to put in place processes that can enable us to convert plastic waste into other items.
C'est vraiment une très grande initiative et vraiment, je pense que l'ensemble des pays devraient aller à ce niveau de technologie pour permettre de diminuer la pollution plastique et d'avoir vraiment ce genre de pratique dans ce domaine. Voilà.
Basically, I think it's a mindset first. The mindset is when we came to Japan, we saw the country is very clean, and it's our main issues. So first of all, we need to recycle with the bins, you know, where you put the plastic, where you put the paper, where you put the cans. If we do that, second, we might need some technical assistance to know how to recycle. We know the technology, we know the machines, because it's recycling in our country is we have little knowledge, honestly. So if you want to invest in Africa, for me, we need to start there.
So how about Nigeria, the plastic pollutions, how do you deal with it, and what do you see as the challenges and opportunity for Japan-Nigeria partnership?
The challenges for plastic waste, I think they are similar across West Africa, because currently we have limit in terms of the technology to convert this already used plastics to some other new products. But there's this awakening in my country now by young entrepreneurs who are using plastic waste to create other household items like tables, like chairs, and then other fashionable materials like earrings or beads. So they are doing it at their own very small scale level with local fabricated machines. So if there's a partnership, like you mentioned about in Palau, where these young people can have support in terms of technical training to advance more in their knowledge on how to use these plastics, I think it will go in a very long way to solve the plastic pollution problem in my country.
And as we attempt to draw from each other, we'll be able to harmonize better as a global society, and it will allow us to do business better as well. So that's something that I want to share, that as we move forward to a collaboration between these two sides of the world, whether it's Japan and West Africa or Japan and entire Africa, there's so much we can learn from each other. And for me, I'm always open to learning. So thank you so much.
Voilà. Donc, globalement, je suis satisfait de la visite. Et premièrement, permettez-moi aussi de vous féliciter.
I saw many businesses going to East Africa and South Africa because of the language barrier. But I can tell you, if you come to Senegal, we're a French speaker, but you won't regret it.
So when I look back in my country and then maybe most West African countries, I can say in the past maybe 30 years, there was like peace, real peace and security, and people could move like freely and do their businesses like freely without fear. And right now we have some challenges, and I keep looking at what can we learn from Japan to create a peaceful and safe society where people can freely invest without the fear of losing their investment.
Otherwise, yeah. Once again, thank you all for joining us this morning, and please join me in giving a big round of applause to the 4 colleagues who spoke at this panel discussion. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup pour votre contributions.